everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today I want to tell you all about my TBR pile for the BookTubeAthon. This year's BookTubeAthon takes place from July 24th to 30th. It is a staple in the booktube community, whether you make videos or you just like to comment on videos. Tons of people participate. It's hosted by Ariel over at the channel Ariel Bissett. I will link the intro video down below. Every year there are challenges. You don't have to do them. I usually attempt to do them and never quite succeed doing all of them, but I figure I will show you what I hope to accomplish this year, and then we will see once the actual readathon is done. The first challenge this year is to read a book with a person on the cover. For this challenge I chose The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas. This book has been released at a very poignant time in terms of what is currently happening in America. It is sort of a response to the Black Lives Matter movement and everything that has surrounded that. It has been extremely popular on BookTube, and for that reason I am also using it to complete 2 more challenges. The second challenge of read a hyped book, and then the fourth challenge, which is read a book about a character that is very different from you. Star's life is very, very different from mine, so this definitely fulfills that challenge as well. So I am knocking out 3 challenges with 1 book. The third challenge is to finish a book in 1 day, and I have chosen the smallest book that I currently have that I have not read, and that is Girl Interrupted by Susanna Kaysen. I was just given this book by one of my friends to just read and return to her. She thought I would really like it. It is a nonfiction memoir about Susanna's time in a psychiatric hospital in the 1960s. I have heard of this book. I don't know much other than that, but it's very readable, and for that reason I am also going to be using it to fulfill another challenge. The 5th challenge of read a book completely outdoors I will be attempting by reading this book. Because I'm in Vermont at the moment, the weather should be okay to try and do this. I just have to pick a day where there's no rain in the forecast, and then I can just sit outside all day in the shade, maybe go to the beach, and try and knock this thing out. It might be a complete failure, but I can at least give it a try in honor of all those people who are currently experiencing winter or who live in Arizona where it's 115 degrees outside. So I will do my best for you guys. The 6th challenge is to read a book that you bought because of the cover. For me, that has to be The Birth of the Pill: How 4 Crusaders Reinvented Sex and Launched a Revolution by Jonathan Eig. Now, this book would have interested me to begin with, but if it had a really ugly cover, I probably wouldn't have purchased it. But this one has such a great cover that it really influenced me to actually purchase the book. And it is about pretty much exactly what the title says. It's about the creation of birth control and how it affected society, and I'm sure a bit of reflection on where we are today. The final challenge is to read 7 books. Now, because I have completed all the other challenges with just 3 books, I used that to sort of be able to pick whatever I thought I might want to read for the other 4 books. Of those 4 leftover books, 2 of them, I plan on them hopefully being audiobooks. I am currently listening to the 2nd book in the Grisha trilogy, Siege and Storm, so I'm hoping that I will be done that and I will be able to listen to the audiobook of the 3rd book, which is Ruin and Rising by Leigh Bardugo. That way I can still get some work done and listen to my audiobook at the same time. And then I will be reading 6 of Crows, which is also by Leigh Bardugo. That is in the same universe as the Grisha trilogy, but it is about different characters at a slightly different time period, and I have heard really good things about that duology, so I'm hoping that I can finally kind of push through the Grisha trilogy, which I found to be sort of okay, and get to 6 of Crows and hopefully really enjoy that. That leaves me with 2 other spots to fill. So the first spot I'm going to fill with The Sunrise by Victoria Hislop. Leslie actually gave me this book. We read The Island together, which is also by Victoria Hislop, and we really loved it. So she bought this for me for Christmas a couple of years ago. The book takes place in Cyprus. It is about the Greek Cypriots and the Turkish Cypriots in the 1970s. There was a Greek coup d'etat, and because because there are Greek Cypriots and Turkish Cypriots. It causes a Turkish attack on Cyprus in the town where this takes place, and things don't go so well, so that is what we will be focusing on in this book. It seems like a sort of more highbrow, beachy read, so this could be really fun. The last book that I'm hoping to read during the BookTubeAthon is Attachments by Rainbow Rowell. It is a pretty popular book on BookTube, and I've heard some mixed reviews of it, but it's pretty short. It seems like the kind of book I'd be able to fly through. It's about two women who work at this office, and they send a lot of emails back and forth, and the office pays people to check these emails and make sure nobody's talking about things they shouldn't be talking about at work. The gentleman who's checking these two women's emails knows they're talking about things they shouldn't be talking about, but he's so sort of invested in their lives that he lets it continue so he can read about it. Those are the 7 books I hope to read during the BookTubeAthon. If you are participating as well, feel free to let me know down below. In the past, I've been able to accomplish about 3 of the challenges because I was able to include 1 book for 3 of them. Hopefully I can knock out more than 3 this year, but you never know. As always, all of our links are in the doobly-doo. Please check those out if you feel so inclined. Thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll see you later.